Shut up. Even Edward, even Sean, even Wayne, even Stuart. Hope you're all well. Even Catherine, even Nathan. Good evening, Miss Hannah. Good evening, Mark. Good evening, Jane. Good evening, Chris. I hope you're all well. Even Miss Walker. Good evening, Carl. I hope you're well, mate. Good evening, Adrian. Nice to see you, Mr. Adrian Thomas. I hope you're well. Even Danny, even Evan. He's all entered the giveaway. That's up on the Koi Benner page. Even Kate, even Jane. Before I forget. Adrian, anything you need, give us a shout. Good evening, Shannon. Good evening, Marina. Hope you're well, darling. Can I put this down? Good evening, Kim. I hope you're well, darling. Mouse. Go on, Mr. Roland. You get our tools. It's gonna be a fun-filled night tonight, like. hopefully we'll have 2 guests joining. With 1 to 2 guests joining tonight, so that'll be fun and good to have. Well, Adrian, quickly jump off and enter. Even John Pierce, even Jane. If anybody wants to quickly enter, I'll give you 10 minutes to enter. Guns are out. Oh, it's an absolute honour to have Mr. Lucky with it tonight, Mr. Mark Willie. Right, I'll quickly show you. Pay attention all. That. If you go onto the Coy Bennett distribution page, scroll down. Oh, who's that sexy bugger? Oh, it's me. If you scroll down to this post here, the UPEND Plus, and just this is the post you've got to look for if you want to enter. Good evening, Leon. I hope you're well, sir. This is the post if you want to quickly jump off, enter, and come back in, because it will be drawn tonight. Good evening, Glenn. So that's the post you need to look for. Good evening, Kerry. A bit later, Jim. Before I get started, I'll quickly run through this. Before I do what I'm going to do, I'd like to say a massive, massive thank you to Peter Jones and his team down at discounteliquids.co.uk for this amazing platform to work from, and also big, massive thank yous to the sponsors, UPEND. Without them, this live would not be possible for me to do the unboxing, the review, and my final thoughts on this device, and also giving one of you lucky people a chance to own one of these amazing bits of kit. So big love to both Mr. Jones and his team and everybody at UPEND. Without them, this would not be possible. But before I go into my final thoughts, I'm going to quickly run through this. On that. Here we have the raffle hub. As you know, it's Ricky's business. We've got a mini with 8 tickets left for the mini for the Xbox. The winner's been chosen for that, which I believe is Di Morden. Good evening, Tara. Hope you're well, darling. There's 6 tickets left for the Duck Derby. There is 66 tickets for the Daily Marathon. There is 22 tickets for the Daily Donkey Derby. I'll get your teeth in there. A massive thank you to everyone who has messaged and checked up on Owen last night with our trip to A&E. Oh shit, Marina. I hope everything's okay with Owen. But big love to Owen. I hope he gets well soon. I hope everything's okay, Marina. There's 90 tickets there for the new iPad. This mini draw for the 50 tickets is Sam Parker. There's still 21 tickets for the mini here. There is 27 for the mini for the gaming bundle. There's tickets for the mini for the vodka, the watch, the cash. There's lots up here. There's also the charity comp. As you can see, it's exploding over here. So for anybody want to get involved, head on over. Good evening, Gav. I hope you're well. Good evening, Belinda. Good evening, Tom. Quickly double check something. There was a second. Cracking numbers, guys. Cracking numbers. Don't that. Oh, Peter Jones in the house. Even all. Let's have Scott out tonight. I will also be picking someone out who has been letting their buddies know tonight, and they will get an UPEND and a full range of Medusa salts in 5, 10 or 20 milligram. Must be nice, so please let your friends know. I will pin later or let you know tomorrow. Big love to Peter, and again, if it wasn't for Mr. Jones, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing on this amazing platform. And a big up to UPEND as well for this amazing product for me to review. So let's spam some hearts for Mr. Jones, please. He's on his way home. You see, that's how busy Mr. Jones is. He's always on the grind and bringing you the best. Good evening, Jay. I hope you're well. Good evening, John Goodwin. I hope you're well. Good evening, Dave Baker. I hope you're well. Good evening, Terry. I hope you're well, darling. Good evening, Tracy. Good evening, Zoe. I hope you're well, darling. Come on then, butter. What do you have for tea tonight? Tonight, I made a nice slow cooked beef stew on mash. Something totally different. Good evening, Patsy. Evening, Reg. Muffin Man here. I hope you're in good boy for mummy. Chris went to China. I hope you're feeling better, Yasmin. I really do. I hope you're feeling better. But guys, there's still time left if you want to enter the UPEND giveaway. I'll give you 10 more minutes to enter. I will be drawing that tonight using a random generator. But just so you know, UPEND have been very, very kind to me. And they actually sent me 2 devices. As you can see, one's shiny and one's not. This one here will be winging its way to one lucky person tonight, because I've opened this one and I'm using this one. So one lucky person will be sent this. As you can see, it is still factory sealed. So it has not been opened. The colour is gunmetal. Won't let me tag a shop. I copied Kelly's vape shop. Whoever's commenters, coil benders, use the @ then take the shop in without the space, and the shop should come up. But if you let us know who you are, I'll give you the buy. Drop us a message. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm in love with this UPEND, like I must admit. I am in love with it. I've actually been so technical, I've compared the first UPEND to the new UPEND. I have been very, very critical in regards to it. Good evening, Sabrina. I hope you're well, darling. I love that aqua blue colour, like I really do, because blue is the colour for me, like I must admit. Good evening, Jackie. I hope you're well, darling. But like I say, 10 more minutes and I will turn the comments off over on the Coy Bender page. So if you want to get in and have a chance of winning this device, head over and get in on it. Okay, well, you comment as Coy Benders there, right? Bit like Terry commented as Coy Benders last night. It wasn't me, honestly. It was not me. I would have said if it was me. Grant Jones, I stop upends. Careful what you say, Miss Annie. You might get someone a bit hot under the collar. There's two colours in the upends, Marina. You've got your aqua blue, and you've got the gunmetal grey. It's what's got to me. Is what's got to gain. God knows. I've done nothing. okay, I'm not guilty. I have done something though, which I need to rectify somehow. I'll do it later. Grandchildren. Unless not guilty, not guilty. Wasn't me. Hand on, I was trying to say hand on heart, but no, was not me. Has everybody managed to enter? 1, 2, 1. Bear with 2 seconds. Good job, I'm glad you're all entering. But I'll close it up in a second. But you got a full Derby Kelly. Nice. Right. Bush. The beautiful UPEND Plus. As you can see, you've got your little power light there. Just getting used to where this camera is still. You got the name of the company there, UPEND. Cracking bit of kit. But as you all know, we've got the first and second generation of the UPENDs. The black one is the old one, as you can tell, with it having the lapel clip. Both cracking bits of kit. I've actually compared the pair of them. In this pod, we have got the new pod, if I remember rightly. We've got the new coil in this one, and we've got the old coil in the old one. I've worked rigorously. That's the colour I'm using, which is the Cool Aqua. Let the camera focus. That's the one I'm using, the Cool Aqua. I've run both of them together to bounce off between the two to see the pros and cons of your first one and the new one. And I believe there is a difference between the two. As you know, the old one is absolutely fantastic. You've got, where can I see it? You've got the tiny pinhole light there that glows when you use it, just like the new one. And again, you've got all the warning stuff on there. The massive difference is they've went from the normal charging port on here to the new Type-C charging port, which is absolutely fantastic. Better all around. I'll just put that down for a second. But with this, you can see the difference. It's slightly chunkier when it comes up the top, but the old coils do fit the new upend. A cracking little device. You got a slate in a ring at the lip, which snaps it closed, which is good. But there's tiny magnets in the bottom of both the charging port and in the lid, so you can go, if you, it just snaps into place and holds it there. Nothing you can do to get it off. Perfect. But the other good thing is if I use this box, shake your hands, but you can stand it up. You know what I mean? And it gives a good sturdiness. So that's a good little vantage point. And as you can see, you got your two little slits, one there and one there, which is good airflow for these new pods, which again are almost the same. The difference is these have got little indicators where you've got the max and minimum amount of liquid for the coils to be used. So I'd say the minimum is about 1/4 of an inch. As you can see, the bottom line, which is good little indicator. In this coil here, I've got the Strawberry Laces Bulldog 50/50 juice, which you can buy at discount.co.uk. And like I said, the flavour on this is absolutely fantastic. I need to do a little bit more research into this, but I believe they've changed the coil inside the pod ever so slightly, because the flavour coming out of the new pods is absolutely outstanding compared to the new pods. Can't fault them one bit. They are absolutely fantastic. Why am I getting the blame for being on coil benders tonight? God knows. Absolutely God knows. Aye. So as I was saying, I think the technology on the coils of the new pods are slightly different to the old pods, because the flavour is different. There's more flavour coming out of the new pods than there is the old pods, if that makes sense. So I do really like it. And the pods are fantastic. Well, the good thing is you've got a light indicator just here. Trying to see if I can see it. You have 3-second pull on it, which is good, which is average for somebody. But as the battery's starting to drain, the light starts to dimmer and drop. When it comes to charging, the light will go red, and it'll be like an elevator. It goes up and it goes back to the bottom. You know what I mean? As it charges It shortens how much it's got to charge, and it will go from red to green or white to let you know once it's fully charged. And it sounds stupid, but I actually timed it from being a dead battery to fully charged in 42 minutes 35 seconds to a full charge. Absolutely fantastic. And that's coming from a Type-C charging port. You know what I mean? Supersonic speed. I use it quite regularly along with my other direct along and sub-home builds and whatnot. And I get just over about a day and a half out of this one full charge. So that is really good. Jane, what do you do? So, I don't even want to know what that question was, if I'm honest. The vibration still comes through when you put the coil in and it lights up to let you know the coil is in place. One thing people seem to forget is on the bottom of each pod there's normally a sticker. Make sure you take the sticker off and then it'll work. Because I've had people buy them and like, the pod won't work, the pod won't work. Well, have you took the sticker off the bottom of the pod? No. What sticker? Take the pod out and have a look. Oh, right. Okay. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Rocket science. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I've had wet hands when using this. The material is slightly different between the two. This is a bit more coarse, and the black one's a bit too smooth compared to the aqua one. It's got that roughness feel to it. It's absolutely fantastic. Personally, the major differences I would say between the two is in the lids. How you've got the gold-plated lapel clip, as I call them. That would be good on here. But that's just a personal preference for me. If I was to have a shirt and tie on, I can just clip it into the shirt rather than be loose. But if you go down that route, it's going to cost you more money. But with the magnetic bottom, it just sits there perfectly. You know what I mean? It doesn't budge. The flavour, you cannot beat it. It's a really good flavour. Whether it's using a 50-50, I'm not getting much vapour. You know what I mean? These are absolutely banging for your salts in any 50-50 juice. I have put a 70-30 juice in this one. But I think the flavour is way much better in the new pod rather than the old pod. But overall, I think they've done a fantastic job again with these. Nice to grip as well. Oh, I should have my guest in the next 20 minutes. So stay tuned. But if they were to put the lapel clip on there, it would cost them more. So they have compromised by removing the lapel 24 karat gold plated lapel clip with a magnetic, but also they've upgraded the charging port to a Type-C. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I would rather have the Type-C charging port rather than the lapel clip. So that is a massive, massive pro for me. You know what I mean? So it's a better charging mechanism. And having a fully charged battery in under 45 minutes is absolutely fantastic. So it's good in what we say, like, you know. Just open up the new old version. Shall I have pink or black? Mark, go with the pink. make the boys wink. You know what I'm saying? Show your manly side to match your up end. To match your artery. But I hope I can get the information I need in regards to the coil, because I do believe it's an upgraded coil inside the pods. And that's me personally. That's what I personally. I have asked the question, but I've not been given the answer, because I don't think they want to reveal all secrets behind these amazing products. And the way this is designed is absolutely fantastic. I struggle. I cough a lot. Kelly, the reason you might be coughing a lot is that your nicotine base is too high. And if you've got a high nicotine base, it will give you the cough. Don't show Scoot that pink. He will take it off you for powerhouse smoke. Who's Scoot? Who's Scoot? Ask Chris who Scoot is. Enlighten me, Mr. Roland. You advised me to go 10 milligram, which has been better, but only nothing. If you can go reduce it in your 70-30 as well, you will find it a lot better, because it's added nicotine that's giving you the cough, like, you know. So if you reduce it, Scott Macklin, Hoover vacuum cleaner. Hoover? Go for a Shark Hoover though, the better. Can you get with mouth-filling devices? If you're using a 70-30 BS juice, reduce your nicotine level in there as well, because you could be putting far too much nicotine in, which is making you cough. Only posh people call them vacuum cleaners. But yeah, as I was saying, with them taking away that gold-plated lapel clip, replace it with a Type-C charging port, the magnetic bottom of the base, as well as the LED light, I'm happy all day long, because they're not good pros. Like I say, I've had wet hands when using this and didn't lose grip or anything. It actually intensified the grip on it as well. One day I was just using this, didn't even realise, but I noticed the light indicator on here was dropping, and I'm thinking, oh, what does that mean? I'm looking. You could see it's an indication saying that the battery's actually dying. Again, a massive pro for me. These upends aren't out yet, and if I remember rightly from what I've been told, they will be released around about the 25th of April, I believe. And if you want one, the only place to be for them is discounteliquids.co.uk. People will be getting them in stock, and he will have them on sale. price is yet to be determined, but it's a place to be for the upends, you know what I mean, cracking bits of kit. He has got the old ones in and the pods. If you do wish to purchase them, I believe the old one is £24, and I think it's £8 for 2 of the pods. So that's where you need to go. The other good thing is the packaging. They've totally changed the packaging on this, and I think this is a nice packaging. Oh, flip it around. That's the new packaging. Gives you all the social media platform details just there. Inside you got your Type-C charging cable and all the documents, which I think is absolutely fantastic, and that just slides in there like that. The old packaging was good, where you popped it up and you had a lovely presentation case like that. Both absolutely fantastic. Yeah, see what it tells on here. There is an option, as you can see on the back, where it's got the pods and it's got number 1 ticked. The 1 pod comes with it. You can get the second pod with it, but if you want this second spare pod in there, the price will escalate. So you will pay more for the extra coils that you can have. So keep your eyes open for that. Does anybody, I feel very young to go, but since the UPEND I've stuck at it, I'm very thankful to Peter Jones for introducing me to it. The whole team is here to help. That's what we do. We're here to help no matter what. Yes, all the pods are still 99.9% bacterial, antibacterial. There we go. Has anybody got any questions in regards to the new UPEND compared to the last UPEND? Kelly, leave my dancing shoes alone. Jealousy gets you nowhere. There may be others that stock these pros, but with Pete and the team, it's 99% next day delivery, fast transactions, always. Exactly that, Marina. Exactly that. You hit the nail on the head there. Kelly, you're welcome at any time. The battery's not the same, it's slightly different, Raoul. It's a slightly different battery in the new UPEND to the old UPEND. And like I say, the new UPEND has a Type-C charging port where the old one doesn't. No, it's not. It's a different material. I'm squeezing down on it, as you can see, and it's not even budging. They've used different material. He loves that song. What's it called at the end of the YMCA? Yeah, of course I like the YMCA. Got a canny little gym in there. Work on the guns. Exactly, Kelly. You take it to the gay bar. You can't go wrong with wholesale vape on the team. Yes, they do. As you can, the way I can prove this, right? Here I have. That's how we can tell. The new UPEND has got the name and the minimum mark on it. So if I hold that there, there's the old one. So if I take that off, I'll keep this one on camera. So as you can see, that's there. So I'll take that off there. Stick that in. It's in. Then what I'll do, as you can see, I've still got this one in my forefinger, which is the new coil, the new pod. I'll stick the new pod into here. In it goes. What I'll do is, you see just below there's the light. And there you got light. So both together. So they both work in each other. But just don't tell Marina I've got some mental menthos spamming in this one. The price is yet to be determined, Trevor, because they're not on sale yet. You never know, my special guest might be able to give us some information to help with that. Is Mr. Man City supporter still here? He's in some deep doo-doo with me now, like sharing that photo around. Would your special guest be Peter? No, it's not. It's not Mr. Jones. He might join with, but it's not. What poor person supports Man City? You do, Mr. Hannah. I'm letting you shoot it through the bag now. City till you die, you City till you die. Man City, you're Man City. I'm hoping my special guest should be here soon. Oh. Right, everybody, my special guest has arrived. Now, please, let's show some love for Alex from UPEND.
Oh.
How are we doing, sir?
How are you good?
I'm very well, sir. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. I hope everyone else who's watching is good as well, and all keeping well and excited now that lockdown's coming to an end.
Oh,
hopefully, fingers crossed.
Buzzing.
We will see.
I must admit, I'm absolutely buzzing with this new device. The things you've tweaked between the old one and the new one is fantastic. By upgrading your charging port to a Type-C, amazing. You've took the lapel clip off and switched it to a magnetic. in the bottom in the cap, so it sticks. That there is an absolute banging bonus as well. And I don't know if it's just me, because I've actually compared the two, the old one with the new one. The new pod.
What do you think?
I think the new pod has got a better coiling to what the old coil was.
Actually compatible together. So, are
both,
you talking about that comes in the box?
No. This one's a new one, but inside there, the coil, I believe that's slightly different to the old one, because the flavor's coming out better in the new one to the old one. There's a better flavor, and the reason I know that is I've got both, and I've done a review on a juice, the Bulldog 50/50, which is one of Pete's juices, and I've used the same one in the new coil as well, and the old coil, and I've tested the pair of them side by side, and the flavor in the new pod is more vibrant and fresh and juicy, if that makes sense. I'm getting better flavor off the new pod.
Yeah.
So I think you've got a new coil inside the pod to the old ones.
Okay. So when I've been going around to so we've been working hard the past year, going around to all these kind of retailers and going into stores, just getting feedback from the whole market, really. And every time we do listen to what everyone actually says really closely, because every bit of feedback, at the end of the week, I have even though I work directly with the manufacturers, I'll go into a call with them at the end of every week, and every bit of feedback is given back. So when anyone says they might need a little bit of a tighter draw, or they need a bit more flavor with it, it gets acted upon really quickly. So you might be experiencing a little change in house there, where they've switched to the new pen. They might have just changed a bit to the pods as well, just to make the flavor a bit more, like you said, more vibrant, a bit more accurate to the actual flavor. So, and like you said about the aesthetics of the pen, obviously you said, do you personally prefer the clip or without the clip?
When I work security, the clip would be perfect.
Yeah.
The clip inside my suit jacket or my shirt, that would be perfect. But I would rather lose that clip, because I know the cost of it being gold plated and whatnot, for it to be a Type-C charging. Because I ran the battery right down on this. I charged it, and it took just under 43 minutes to go from 0 to full. Not many pods can do that, or any little devices, because I've done the same with the old one, and that took a bit longer. So you're getting a better charge.
Definitely.
With that, and it holds the charge better as well, because I'm getting about a day and a half on a full charge on the new one, whereas with this one, I wasn't getting as much.
Right.
I was getting almost a day out of the old one. So your battery's life is absolutely perfect and better, even though I was using this amongst me other direct to lung stuff, but it's fantastic.
No, thank you.
The paintwork or the material that you've used is slightly different between the old and the new. I had wet fingers, picked this up, but actually gripped the new one better than the old one with slippery fingers, which is another big plus. Because when it's picking down with rain, you have fingers and thumbs. And
I think that brings in the fact that they've concentrated on making it a bit more ergonomically designed, kind of fit in the hand kind of thing, and kind of be a bit more comfortable. I mean, comfort is everything. I think in the hardware game, everyone's always looking to just make it that more comfortable for the vapor, to make it their own kind of obviously pen that they want to use day in, day out. And this pen is just perfect for those experienced vapors who do want to use it as their primary vape. It's perfect for those that are just looking to quit smoking and get off the cigarettes, because it does give you that. It's compatible with your salts. It's compatible with even your CBD liquid as well. So people that are just looking to use it for CBD, it's perfect for that as
You
well.
should say that. Everybody knows me. I'm an open book, and I'll disclose anything with what I can. Being former military, I can't disclose most of that. But I was involved in a bad accident 11 years ago this year.
Wow.
And I was on a serious high dose of opioids for the pain. But I use CBD. I watch CBD in here, and I get a good hit of CBD with this, because with CBD, you've got to burn at a so low wattage to get the best hit from it and the best flow of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic with the new one. I mean, absolutely fantastic. The old one was good, but again, when I was telling you, between the old pod and the new pod, I was getting a better hit with the new pod than I was with the old pod. That's what's telling me there's something different about the inside coil of the pod. Because it's what Peter Jones would say, and he'll tell you, he calls me a bender because I make all my own coils. So I use RDAs as well as RTAs, as well as little simple things like this.
So your palette on the performance is amazing. I've heard big things. So you know the flavor, you know your yeah, you probably know it more than me. I mean, myself, I've been in the vape industry for only a year. And I'm not lying, getting to know the vape culture has been absolutely amazing, and being able to actually bring a product that does make a difference to the market. I mean, at the end of the day, people are trying to quit smoking. And the fact that I'm bringing this to the market is absolutely brilliant. It's much more than just a job to me, and I do really enjoy sharing this with everyone. Yeah, and like you said, like yourself, your example of your kind of pain, whether it's alleviated that pain for you as well. You know, I use it myself because I do a lot of running and stuff like that, and it does alleviate a lot of the kind of DOMS, so like onset of pain and stuff like that. So yeah, it's perfect for CBD. And obviously the change in aesthetics. I mean, the main differences I would highlight really are like I said, the cap. The aesthetics is the most obvious one. The magnetic on the bottom, I find that that stops the problem with people losing the cap as well.
But also it acts as a good stabilizer if you want to stand it upright on a desk as well.
Yeah.
So if you're on a desk,
and you shake it around,
if you put it down with just the charging port down, it will stand up, but it's not that sturdy. But as soon as you put your cap on, it gives that extra circumference of stability as well, which is an absolute bonus, especially if you work at a desk and you're typing away and you can just go and bang. You know what I mean? It's just they're stood right, and it is very sturdy, which is another good thing. But also your LED light as well on it, which is a good indicator for when your battery's dying as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I've noticed when I first got hold of it, it obviously shows the bars as well. So it gives you that just a bit more feedback than the original one, with the 1 bar meaning below 30, 2 bars between 30 and 70, and then the full is obviously over 70. But obviously it does encourage people to, obviously I would tell everyone to go out there and get kind of both of them, because they're great for different things. Obviously, like you said, when you work in the door, it's perfect to have the clip on it. This one just gives you a bit more quality from a feedback point of view, the magnet, and obviously the like you said, the increased bit of flavor and vibrance of the taste. With the other one, I'd say it's just a little bit more discreet, but they're just both as easy to use as each other. Very easy to use pens, just no hassle at all.
Exactly. Very discreet. And I do know there's a few police officers in my local constabulary who've actually bought them to use them, especially when they're at work. One of the officers has to use the pen when they can. He's like, "What the? This isn't the pen." But the thing
won't be known any names either.
Pretending it's a pen. But a good thing about these as well, the way the coil works as well, it doesn't give off massive clouds either. Whereas me, if I put one of my sub-ohms on or my RTAs, you big massive blue and mist, big massive couch. Where with these, you different because the way the mesh is inside, it breaks down. That's you're not giving off massive vapors as well, which is another good thing. The way the laws are at the minute, if you're driving and vaping, you can get done, and it is another key factor for them, like, you know, which is good. But it's really nice to have you on the live as well, because as I told everybody who's joined, we'll put a giveaway up, which I'll show you, to get people over to your page and your group and whatnot.
No, definitely.
We've got a chat.
I appreciate it.
And we'll give them a list of things that I had to do and whatnot. So we have had a good interview of it. So with you being here, you get to witness this firsthand. I'll just refresh this. Because a lot of people think that it can be fixed, this, that, and t'other. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen again. We're going to draw the lucky person, make sure they followed all the steps. And they will be bagging themselves. Because I was sent 2 of these UPEND pluses. By me sponsor out in China. As you can see, this one is still sealed. And the lucky person will be receiving that in the next 48 hours. So
if you haven't got involved yet, obviously get involved. Why not? It's a great bit of kit. Obviously, it was great to be supported by Coil Benders as well. Because we personally see Peter and Ricky as our personal friends as well as partners, and the reason we work with them is just because they're a fantastic bunch of guys that keep to their words, and at the end of the day, they do the best products as well. I mean, their own liquids go absolutely brilliantly with our products, and what would you want to obviously give you the full kind of kit?
Exactly. So it's all set.
I've seen a lot of people asking about colours in the comments. So at the moment, it is just the cool aqua. I think you've got one in your hand, haven't you? The cool aqua, the light
cool kind just of there, and we've got the gunmetal grey.
Gunmetal grey,
and that's what
we have in the market at the moment. Yeah, we do keep it quite simplistic, but any feedback, any colours that I do see in the comments, I will write down and feedback to the team. Obviously, like I said, I do speak closely with the actual manufacturers, the actual builders of the of the product. So, I've heard that a few times. I've obviously been now that everything's open again, I've been going around to get my own feedback, and I've heard red a few times. So
you've had your black, you've had your silver, you've got your blue, you've got your rose gold, and I think a nice red one would be nice as well.
I'm writing that down with an exclamation mark.
But I'm going to click the start button, and it's going to generate one random person to see who'll be the lucky winner.
Lovely.
Oh, Chris Rowland. Chris Rowland is the person. So what I'll do, well done, Chris. I'll quickly jump over to this page. We're going to share this screen again. We're going to see if he's followed all the steps.
Let's have a look. See, they do track you. If you haven't done it, you don't win.
Exactly. I'm a stickler for the rules.
Also, price-wise, I've seen that in the comments as well. $23.99 will be the retail price of the UPEND Plus. For those asking.
Here we go. Chris Rowland. He's commented #UPEND, which I wanted to do. He's tagged 2 people, which we wanted to do. He tagged the shop. He's liked your page, which we asked him to. And he's a part of your group, which he's followed all steps correctly, as you can see. UPEND Plus was asked, tag the people. The reason I say tag a shop, which is cheeky of me because it's free publicising for you, your company. You know what I mean? So by them tagging a shop on my post, they're going to get notified of what I'm doing, and they get to see that post in the picture of the UPEND Plus. So it generates more feed and sales for yourselves. It's a sneaky way of doing it, but it works.
Everyone loves that traffic, don't they?
Exactly. But as you can see here, like and share the post, which he's done. Commented hashtag UPEND Plus. Like the group, like the page. Tag one or two or more friends in the shop. So he's followed everything. So well done, Chris, on that. You've just bagged yourself this brand new gunmetal grey UPEND Plus.
That is very exclusive at the moment as well. I can only name a handful of people in the UK that have that right now, I'd imagine.
They're not due out. I think is it the 25th of April?
Yeah, so we are awaiting the first major batch to come into the UK, and then we will be doing a official launch with Core Benders. I'll be in the studio again, presenting it again, but I think that's going to be on the 2nd of May. That's going to be the official launch for them, but don't quote me on that. I'm sure that there'll be a lot of advertising to show that off as well.
100%. I'll be behind it all the way, along with Pete and the team. And believe it or not, Chris is actually part of the team as well. He does reviews like I do on a Tuesday, but I do juice reviews on Monday. Wednesday it's like mostly hardware. Sometimes juice reviews with Chris and Sean, but we do hardware reviews as well.
Yeah, so I've delved into a few. You'll do a brilliant job there, and you can tell you're all experienced vapors, and this is why all these lovely people come and listen to you, because you're not wrong, are you?
The thing is without blowing on trumpet, there is companies that have approached us to review the hardware. And I do a live unboxing like I've done 2 weeks ago. I can't give a full feedback that night because I don't know how the product's going to
across and
work or whatnot. So I run it for 2 weeks, where some people run it a week, but no, I would rather run it 2 weeks, give it that full bomb-proof try, like, you know. And then tonight I've went through the pros and cons of it because I've used it for 2 weeks and I understand it a bit more. Because you know yourself, if you buy a new pair of shoes that just came out and you don't know nothing about them, you can't say, I've got these, are the best things in sliced bread. You wear them and like, oh, my feet are ripped to fucking bits in the bin. But you just said, that's where I
Nope.
I'm just getting a message. I'll check that in a second.
It's like you say, products are key. The performance of the products are what everyone's here for, right? I'd say when a customer goes into a store or when a customer's looking for a vape, they're looking for 3 things. Obviously the product quality, obviously the price, and obviously the service. And this is one of the main industries where I'd say price isn't a massive difference to a person's decisions, because the product has to be good, and obviously the service as well behind it has to be brilliant as well. And that just alleviates so much. People will honestly pay more money for that service and a great product, and you don't get that in a lot of other industries. So I'm sure you wouldn't go and give a positive review on something that doesn't work. And that's why you're so good at what you do. So
there has been hardware that I found faults with, and I've told them this is don't mention that. I said, no, you're not listening to us. I'm not reviewing it because I don't want people to know that I've lied to them, because it'll reflect badly on me as a person. but then it'll also reflect badly on Pete because I work for Pete. So
Exactly.
it's one of those catch-22s. So I'd rather not review it properly, fix the problem, then bring it back. You know what I mean? I've done it with a couple of big companies, and I've said 40 were said the same problem, one thing. They've went back, corrected it, then brought it back out. They pushed back the release date to fix that one problem. So it was a massive bonus, and it's worked in their favour because if you know yourself with batteries, you can get different battery sleeves, the coverings. Some are thicker than the others, so they'll not fit in. So you've got to calculate for that. And companies do listen, that's the thing. But there's some companies that don't. They just want to make money. And I found that in the protein supplement industry. Being a runner yourself, you're able to take your supplements. Some companies don't listen to what you say.
No,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? But
yeah,
I think that's the way certain industries are. In it for the
definitely.
where users are in it for
especially say the supplement ones. The supplement industry is so hard to. You have to. There's a lot of products that are just all singing, all dancing, and that's what a lot of products are here. And like you say, the performance with like even the supplements, you can't see the performance after a while, and the longevity is just as important as well. So when you start seeing results as well, and just like our UPEND coils last. How many refills do you get out of it usually? Have you been getting out of
it? I normally fill it about 2, maybe 3 times a day, but I is using it quite a lot. You know what I mean, as well as me other stuff. But believe it or not, I shouldn't really say this, but I will. It's actually chew-proof. It's chew-proof.
Say again?
Chew-proof.
Okay.
You won't be able to hear, but I haven't got small dogs. I've got a large big dog called Dog de Bordeaux's. They normally only ride with us because they normally roaming around, but I've had them out for a big walk so that I'll probably hear them snoring. But they like to chew things.
And
the puppy, 15-month-old, he's had his chops around it and hasn't even marked it. And I don't think you know where
he's just trying to quit smoking, is he?
No, he just likes being a see you next Tuesday.
Same here. I've got myself 2 huskies, and they try and mold anything they can as well. I have to test the durability with that one as well.
If you've ever seen the film Turn and Hooch with Tom Hanks?
No, I haven't actually.
If you Google that film, that's the breed of dog I've actually got, and they're not the smallest of dogs.
What's the movie called?
Turn and Hooch.
I'm gonna have a look now. You know. Oh yeah, I got you. That is a beautiful things.
That's the dogs I've got, and I've got a little gangster, which is the wife and kids, which is a little fluffy thing, which I call gangster.
Trust me, a lot of hard work.
It's worth it. I show them all over the world.
Yeah.
And the other bonus thing is when I am showing, I'm showing for over a year now, but I get them on the vape stuff as well because a lot of them smoke. And I have had a lot of the old UPENDs that I've won in the past, which I've actually given away to people to get them off the tabs. And they love them. So now the new one's coming out, I'm going to have to say, well, look, I think you need to treat yourself to the new one. Upsell them. So I think
straight up. Smart. Work smart. That's amazing. I'm loving the hat and the t-shirt, by the way.
Oh, I've got to wear them and show the support. Apparently, there's a
The
step.
quality, I've tried the t-shirt on there. The quality is really good behind it as well.
The material on these t-shirts are fantastic, and the hats, they're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, looking cool.
Gotta try. Gotta try, man.
Hanky's pestering me in the comments, asking if he wants to see me again. When am I going to see him? I'll come down just to see you, Steve.
Just tell him when he's not there.
No, I'll be down there for the launch. Yeah, I'll be down there for the launch, 100%.
What some of the viewers there saying that the quality of the t-shirts are absolutely fantastic as well.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, so even with feedback, like I said, from CBD, salts, and anything below 70 VG, even with a 70-30, the flavour's still there. Obviously, we wouldn't fully recommend using it with a higher VG, but people do use it, and it does work.
I've got 70-30 in this one, which is, if you went down to Peach Shop, which is the mental menthos juice, which is like the menthol juice. Yep. I've got the spearmint in there, and the flavour's fantastic off it as well. You know what I mean? I can't fault it. It is full of flavour, but
really nice.
Between the two pods, I think the new pod has got the better coiling than the old one. And the other key thing as well is you've put, let's see if I can find it. You've put the markers on the new pods. If you can see the white line where it's the minimum, which is another good thing, because if you go below that and keep on blasting on it, you're going to knacker the coil.
Yeah, it gives you that bit more feedback, a bit more instruction as well, and direction for new vapors. Although I've got one of the old ones here, but the best thing I will say about that is that is still going to be compatible with the first original UPEND. So if you've already got an UPEND 1 or just an UPEND, then you can easily use those pods into the other one. So you can compare your flavors just by chopping and changing it as well. So that's something that we made sure of to make them compatible with both devices, as is. So it's a money saver as well at the end of the day. Trying to give everyone that really high quality vape for a really affordable price as well. So it allows people to also go and try the range in.
Like I said to Dennis last week, I noticed on the back of the box, because I did speak with the lady that sponsors out in China, which is Dora. It shows you in the back that you've got the choice of 1 or 2 pods, but it would be more expensive for the 2 pods. The price would go up if you do go for the 2 pods. I think it would be beneficial to have the second pod in, but that's just me thinking on the chances of being a brand new vapor, full stop, bought it, put the first coil in, let it saturate, had a couple of hits, and it was burned. You've got a dodgy coil, but you haven't got a spare coil to put in it. So you've got to go back and buy more coils. That's just me on my perspective of being a spanking brand new vapor, but it's a chance you take, isn't it? It's like anything in life. But the way UPEND's looking into trying to keep the cost down for the customer to be more affordable for the better product, which I think you're doing perfect.
Definitely.
Price-wise.
Exactly right.
Which is good.
That's exactly right. Making it that affordable, I mean, $24, $23.99 for a product that is going to last you the best part. Well, we haven't obviously got exact feedback of how long they do last, because obviously they would have been out a year ago if you could have done that by now. But even the old ones, people have been buying them since they came into the UK. And my sister, for example, she was using them as soon as they come out, and she's still on the first device. So they're long lasting as well. So that investment there is just going to keep you saving money from those. Well, people that would have been buying cigarettes, or people that would be buying other devices that might not last just as long.
It's I'm still on the first. I'm still on the first pod, as you know.
Yeah.
2 weeks it's lasted, so that shows something. I'm still getting good flavour from it. So using a 50-50 juice for 2 weeks solid, and it's still going strong. That's a good sign, because you know some coils you might get a week out of, or even a few days, depending on the sweetness of the juice that you're using. But with me using a 50-50 juice with CBD, it's not breaking down the coil as hard as what normal juice, where I've put the 70-30 juice and CBD in the other one, and it's still the same. So I used a brand new coil for the other one as well. So I had a spare pod. So I used 2 brand new pods, one in the old and one in the new, and ran them together. One with a 70-30 and one with a 50-50. And they've both still lasted. So it shows
race to the finish, is it?
I like to get the best out of each coil. One coil, best I've had is just over 9,000 puffs out of one coil.
Wow.
Which isn't bad. That same tank, I've used nine coils in 1 year for that one tank.
Wow. Value for money right there.
You've got this day and age. That's why I use make my own coils. It's cheaper. Like I said, these pods, £8 for 2 pods, isn't bad at all. And that's from Pete's website. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think Pete's going to be the first person in the UK to have them as well, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. So listen, like as soon as me and myself and Dennis, I think you spoke briefly with Dennis, the director of the UK. As soon as we get anything new in, because we know how great Cool Benders are, how great Peter is with products and the way that he treats the products, the way he treats his customers. Every time we get something new in, we get him straight on the phone. He knows it's even coming out probably before me. Dennis will ring him before he texts me as well. So so we go and see him straight away. Let him trial the product, let him give his feedback, because obviously his feedback's always accurate as well, and Ricky as well. And then
he's an honest guy as well. He'll not beat around the bush. He'll tell you how it is.
Oh, brutally, 100%. Yeah. The way it is. Wow. So as soon as we get anything in new, we always go straight to him, and he will always be the first person to have whatever product we have in the pipeline. We do have other products in the pipeline, but I'll hold that right there. I'm sure we'll touch base on that very soon. But looking at around, I'd say with lockdown pushing it back a little bit, I'd say we're looking at around maybe July, but not really too sure. It's a different kind of product. It's not going to be a starter kit. It will be slightly different. But watch this space, as they say.
You've had a sneak preview there.
But I'm sure there will be more little teasers coming up as well, and there will be more merchandise and things like that as well, to like the t-shirt and the hat that you got on there as well. So yeah, we keep growing. Obviously, we've only been in the UK for about a year now, and the reaction has been absolutely brilliant. It's just about obviously giving the customers what they want now. So like I said, any feedback is golden. And again, like you said, being brutally honest is the key. And if anyone has any improvements they could see on it, then challenge me. That's a dare.
I wouldn't challenge you, but to be fair, there's nothing much I would change about the new one that you've brought out. If I'm honest, the only thing personally I would change is put an extra pod in there, but that's going to increase the price of the product. That's the only thing I would say. And
now we're looking at a minimal increase as well. So I'd say maximum would be an extra £1. on it. Not even that, I would say. That is obviously still being decided if we bring that batch in. I haven't been informed yet which in the first huge batch which number of pods will be in the first order, the first delivery. But yeah,
so
we'll
obviously
see.
I've got the first batch of the new UPEND, so the packaging could change, and it only have the 1 pod instead of the 2 pods on the new batch when they're launched.
Yeah, definitely. So you've yeah, and now you'll obviously be one of the first persons to try any of our products as well, because obviously we know how good you've been to our products. We know that you appreciate our products, and how brutally honest you are as well, which is brilliant.
Like I say, I've won a lot of the old UPENDs, and I've given them to members of the police force in my local area, and I've also given them to the lads I've served with in the military as well, because you sell when you're in certain environments, you want a quick hit and that, and you can't chuck off big clouds out like that, which is good. And the other good thing is as well, with it being a detachable pod, when they're in the aeroplanes and whatnot, you take the pod off and it won't work. Whereas with a lot of pods with a fixed pod in it, it'll as your altitude goes up, it'll vape and go bang. You know what I mean? So that's the other key feature. So these UPEND actually worldwide.
Yeah, definitely.
In areas
that's a very good point.
You know what I mean? These items are.
So you went a bit still then. I missed that.
These pods are in places where you shouldn't vape. Full stop. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I would. I don't want to promote it, but that is a little bit of a positive thing you can take from it. 100%. We've had people in their office at work being able to just carry it around quite freely if they've got a bit of a tight manager or something like that, and they can sneak off and have a quick puff on it. But yeah, everyone can use it anywhere. Really, you can sneak it in to anything. It's very, very, very discreet. I mean, the amount of times I've had it in my kind of jacket pocket when I'm walking around, and people just, like you said, they just think it is a pen. And when they see it's a vape, when you see you take it out and take a drag out of it, they look shocked. They're like, "What are you doing?" and then they realise. But yeah, that's
I do have an idea for you, which I'll bounce off you backstage in a second, so nobody can pinch me idea. But it could be an avenue for you to go down, which could be very, very beneficial.
Oh, definitely. I'll be more than happy to hear that, and we'll get it trademarked. Get it patented.
I think it'll be a good thing globally if it's done right. And I think it could be very, very, very beneficial for you if you can get it done. But has anybody else got any questions for Alex?
Yeah, far away. More than happy to answer any questions at all. Have I been to the pub? I haven't been to the pub yet. No, I've been working till. Unfortunately, they opened on a Monday, which isn't the best day for it to open. But I can't wait. I've got a garden party booked for Saturday, so I look forward to that one. What about yourself, Scott?
I'm teetotal.
I've
been teetotal 11 years this year.
Oh, congratulations!
11 years sober, aye.
Sure, you can go down there for a latte macchiato or something in the Wetherspoons.
Quite possibly, aye. Or a glass of pop. It's the hardest I can these days now. Because if I have one beer, it'll get messy.
100%.
What someone asking, can you change the airflow on these?
Okay, so airflow, the reason that we don't have a way to change the airflow is just to keep it really simple and easy to use, which is kind of the aim of this kind of starter kit and vape pen. But if you're looking for an UPEND product that allows you to change the airflow. Like I said, in the pipeline, we have something coming up. So I'm sure that may be a spec of an upcoming product. So you just have to be patient on that one. Apologies for that.
We've got Nathan Gore saying, will UPEND make a... I'll bring it on the screen as well so you can see it. Will UPEND make it just a pen style device or branch out further? Well, we won't see anything just yet.
Again, touching back on what I said.
You never know what the future holds. That's all we can see, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah, like I said, we've been in the UK market for only, well, you could say a year, but it's been less than that technically, just because lockdowns, obviously, they made a massive hindrance on that. So really, we've been in the market probably about 6 months. And obviously, we've already moved forward with the Plus. So we're quite quick to cover any feedback and improvements that people do look to put forward. And like I said, we will be having more products out. I mean, our aim goal is to have a really good range of high quality products. But before we go and bring anything out to the market, we're not going to try and do it as quick as we can. We want to make sure that everything's just as quality as the products that we have out already. So they do go through intense quality control. People trying it out, and not until it's perfect. Like I said, Peter has a massive influence on our products as well in the way that his feedback. So yeah, no, all negative feedback is taken extremely seriously. We act on it straight away. But luckily, we haven't had too much.
Well, we've got someone saying there's going to be a 510 UPEND at RTA. So basically, trying to say is there going to be just a tank that'll go on any device with a self-made coil.
Okay. Unfortunately, nothing in that kind of market yet.
I think that's a bit too advanced at the minute with what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, our main kind of customer base at the moment is those kind of starters and just to keep it easy for everyone. But world is our oyster, as everyone says. So eventually we may come round to it. So hold tight, Gavin. I'm sure we'll find something for you eventually.
You never know what the future holds, because at the end of the day, the research and designing team out in China are working around the clock on improving everything and anything they can.
Oh, yeah, these guys work long hours, and they go in meetings I see them in Zoom meetings at like 3 a.m. in the morning. They don't know when nighttime is. I don't think they have a nighttime over there.
They never stop. Yeah. That's a good thing about them out there. If there's a problem, they'll get on with it and go hell's bells and bollocks until they finish it, like, and fix it, which is a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm always surprised when I send an email off, and I think they're about 7-8 hours ahead of us.
So, 8 hours ahead,
8 hours of it, yeah. So I'll send an email at like 8 in the evening, thinking, I'll probably receive a reply when I wake up the next day. But get a little notification go off, and I'm thinking, blimey, this is mental. Just hard working.
I've had that as well. Is any more questions for Alex? What about disposable devices with juice in them for starters?
Okay, so like a pre-filled kind of device.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, we aren't bringing out any. There's no plans to bring out any branded UPEND ones. But we do work. We are talking with Peter. We've showed him some kind of disposable devices as well. Because, like I said, we've got our mad device chefs, if you want to call them that, working on some bits over there. But they're more in a different kind of. That's a different kind of conversation there. We're getting some feedback from Peter at the moment in terms of disposable stuff, but that's not from an UPEND perspective. But if there's anything going on, we will be sure to let everyone know. Keep everyone updated through obviously social media.
Any more questions, guys? Give them a couple of seconds, see if there's any more questions, because I know you've had a busy day the day, as Ricky was telling us.
Yeah. Well, I left the house at 6:30 this morning, touched base in Bristol, and then I went to Oxford, and then back home. I've had to give the old football training a knock tonight. So no, rest is for the wicked, right? No rest for the wicked.
Exactly. See, I'll be taking these down the beach for a swim soon.
Say that again, sorry?
I'll be taking the dogs down to the beach in about an hour for a swim.
Really?
Because of it.
Do a few lengths.
Clears me head before I get into bed. That's seawater.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, no, yeah, exactly. You got to get that fresh air, get that CO2.
You have to be careful there when you come up in July, because Hanky can't wait to see you. So be careful. If you need a bodyguard, just let us know, and I'll be your bodyguard, so you'll be alright.
Speed dial, yeah.
I'll keep them away from you.
Love that. I appreciate
it. What's this? What would be an ideal quality juice and quality manufacturer for older generations that may not be too keen on filling up pods, etc.?
Oh, is that just touching base on the disposable, the pre-filled kind of option? Okay. Yeah, it just saves that kind of hassle of refilling your pods, I guess. A
lot of older generations do have arthritis in the hands and carpal tunnel syndrome. Like, I believe it or not, I've actually got it in both hands. So disposables would probably be.
Yeah.
But again,
he's a much more comfortable option, to cater. Yeah,
there's a lot more to be discussed in a different live, so to speak. Now, Hanky wants to be wearing Speedos.
Hanky, stop flirting, mate.
You can tell yourself. You can tell yourself. But any more questions, guys? I can't wait to get my hands around the new UPEND. Well, Hanky, you've got a long wait ahead of you, mate.
I think he's had too much nicotine.
Hey, that or too much coffee.
Too much coffee, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, hang tight. We'll get you one eventually.
Be patient, Hanky.
I'll get one. He'll be knocking on your door in a minute.
You're not fine. He's scared of the dogs.
Love that.
But we'll call that night. I'll have to chat with you backstage in a second, Alex. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. Big thank you to Alex and UPEND for this amazing device. Also, big love to Peter Jones at the discount.co.uk. Stay safe, everyone. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Big love, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you letting me on as well.
You're welcome.